What's going on, all you horror movie thrillers, whatever the fuck we're about to watch, lovers out there? Fat Samurai Guy is here with Lady Fat Blood, and we got Fat Ninja, the sexy sumo, that's right, and Josh Action Jackson is in the house, baby.
It is I.
That's right. And we're going to start a tradition here at the old Samurai House. We're going to do these react and review style videos for you guys. They're a lot of fun to do. But today, we are going to watch a film that I saw one little snippet. I saw one little clip. I don't know anything about it. And it's a movie called The Fanatic. And I saw what John Travolta looked like, and I'm like, oh, we need to watch this. We need to watch this. And it is directed by Fred Durst. So that's it. That's all we're sold. Limp Bizkit, yeah. That's all. Yeah, rolling. Nookie. All right. Copyright claim. So did Travolta do it all for the Nookie? We don't know. We're gonna find out right now. You guys ready?
Yes.
I have no idea what we're in for. None. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. The Fanatic. Boykasha. Ooh. Holy shit. All right.
Do we have to?
All right. We just got done watching the movie, and we're going to go into a brief, quick review of what we saw, and fuck it, we're going into spoilers, because fuck this movie.
What was the point of this movie? Like, we were talking earlier in Rambo about sometimes you have to judge a film within its genre, and sometimes you have to judge a film by what was the film's intent. Was its intent, did it go a certain way, and did it do well in its intent? Like,
No,
that's what I'm saying. Is like, what exactly was this film's point and intent? Like,
John Travolta needs to get out the house and just do something with his life.
Yep.
John Travolta's he's in debt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's
That's
safe
what
to
it
say
is.
the Scientology has always been like way off the rails for him.
Right.
And I don't know. I don't know.
Now here's the brief plot synopsis, because it's very brief, because there's really not a lot of plot in this movie, but the brief plot synopsis that we have is we're introduced to Mr. John Travolta as Moose, and he's got some problems, he's got some issues, and what's the first line in the film?
I have to poop.
Yes.
Chocolate mousse. I can't talk too long. I gotta poo.
I knew you had to poo.
So,
First line of the movie, folks.
who are you? Nothing, just these schemes trying to take.
That means somebody wrote this. Somebody wrote that, and someone looked at the script and go, "Oh, yeah, that's good." Yeah, and somebody, well, we know who it is, Mr. Fred Durst, filmed it and said, "Mwah, Picasso." All right.
You see that struggle in your face when you say that. Like,
When
show me the poop.
when they wrote that line, they're like, you know who could read this? John Travolta. That'd be perfect.
Oh yeah. So we get introduced to this character, but the whole movie's narrated by John Travolta's friend. But the thing is we don't know anything about the friend. All we know is that she's a photographer. We don't know how did they meet? What was the relationship? Why would she go out of her way all of the time
They're friends.
to
That's enough.
care for him?
I
No,
suppose.
but give us a little bit more. Maybe she felt sorry for him. Obviously she does. But a little bit more than that. There's something else. Because, to be honest, every time she showed up, she was kind of fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Get the fuck, why are you here? That's why you should have got some character development and shown a little bit more why she's really there. Like, you brought up the fact it would have been a little bit better if they were related.
Yeah.
Right? Long lost cousin or some bullshit, right?
Lost uncle.
Not only was she an annoying character, but she was annoyed with his character
Yeah.
all the time, constantly. So it's like, okay, bitch, if he's giving you such a hard time in life,
she
get the
helping.
fuck away from him.
Right, constantly.
I put my neck on the line for you, so that you could continue with your freaky little hobby collecting autographs like a child. And this is how you repay me? By acting like a maniac?
Get the fuck away from him.
Right.
Go get your own
Yeah.
fucking life and be done with him already. But no, I guess she just feels that sorry for him that she has to constantly be there for him, I suppose.
Maybe Moose is packing.
So,
Hey, right?
He's got some big antlers.
Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house.
Hey, he doesn't rock back and forth just to rock back and forth.
Yeah.
He's swinging it. He is swinging it.
Make space.
Come on. The pendulum, buddy. The pendulum.
So anyway, he's a huge, gigantic fan, and with what was his name in the film? What was his name?
Hunter Dunbar.
Hunter Dunbar, played by
Devin Sawa.
Devin Sawa, which I can't remember the name for some reason. Famous for
What was it? Casper?
Mm-hmm.
Idle Hands?
Final Destination.
Final Destination. I actually have a low-budget horror film.
Oh, that was him?
With him called Devil's Den, starring Ken Foree and Kelly Hu, which I thought was a fun little low-budget horror film. But that was really the last time I saw him. I didn't recognize him when he was in this movie because he's all ripped and chiseled. There's a lot of negatives. The negatives outweigh the positives. But I would have to say that one of the positives is him.
Yeah.
His legitimate, solid acting performance in this movie. I believed he was annoyed. I believed he wanted to kick this guy's ass, and he was angry. I even kind of love the end finale scene where he's tied up, and when he's like, kind of freaking out, like, what the fuck? And then, Travolta comes back in, and he's like, that's definitely one of the positives I would have to say for this film is his acting.
He's good. He made me believe he was a ghost. In Casper. That's how good he was.
There you go. Right here. So he's obsessed with Mr. Dunbar. He wants to get his autograph. Dunbar, the character, is in that. Kind of a dick.
This is Space Vampires.
How would I sign your face with my fucking fist? That's a collector's item you're not gonna want to take home. Trust me.
Kind of an asshole, doesn't have time for him, and kind of not really a likable character.
He's a real person.
But, he's a real person. So
He's
he kind
supposed
of...
to be some kind of big-wig action star.
don't you dare dedicate this to Bill Paxton, you bastard!
Hey.
How dare you!
We're still watching the credits right now. Wow.
Was his son in
Yeah,
that?
I think his son was,
Okay.
Or something.
It's still bad.
Some
So
relation.
which
Ew.
one's
It's
the
still
son?
bad.
It looked
The
like he was.
Skeet Ulrich guy, the guy who's picking pockets.
Oh,
The
that.
Skeet Ulrich guy. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so the framing of this is that I guess you're supposed to feel sorry for John Travolta's character
Failed.
because he's got issues.
Yeah.
And they frame him as this obsessive guy who's going after this actor, and you're supposed to feel sorry for him, but the only reason you're supposed to feel sorry for him is because he is special.
Right.
But the problem with that is that anybody in this actor's position would be completely justified to behave as this actor did once this grown-ass adult, special or not, shows up at your motherfucking house repeatedly.
What are you, some sort of freak autograph hound that won't leave me the fuck alone? You can't just come to my private residence looking for me. I got your autograph. Right there is my autograph. Now get the fuck out of here.
That's pretty good.
Anybody who invades my personal space, I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm sorry you're special and you don't understand, but
sneaking in the yard, sleeping underneath his son's bed, grabbing the toys, looking at the camera videos. It's like, what the fuck, movie?
Hey, I'm sorry.
Brushing his tongue! Brushing his tongue!
At least he brushed his teeth, he groomed himself, right? Personal hygiene.
But we're rooting for the asshole.
Now I catch you in this neighborhood again, I will personally shove my Remington shotgun so far up your ass, you'll be shitting bullets and blood for the rest of your life.
This movie's making us root for the dick.
You understand? I want you to say it. I want to hear you say it.
Are you shitting bullets?
No, you idiot! Say you're never coming to this neighborhood again. Say it! Say it! Say it!
I'll never come back here.
If
But he
Simple
did
Jack
talk
came to my
about-
house,
If Simple Jack came to your
I'm
house,
throwing karate chops. Left and right.
so in that regard, it seems like the movie's intent automatically gets a fail there. If just because you got John Travolta trying to portray this sympathetic character, it doesn't automatically mean you're gonna pass at that. It's like he's still doing stuff he's not supposed to be doing, and anybody would be put off by that.
Yeah.
So I like I said, we were watching the movie. This movie is barely an hour and a half.
Oof.
I have never been for an hour and a half straight so consistently cringed up. Like my insides are just like completely twisted because I'm so uncomfortable watching this, not for the right reasons.
Right.
Because I'm so embarrassed for John Travolta, even though this was all his decision to play it like this. Like,
Yeah.
He was a producer.
He probably
Yeah.
probably thought he was going to get an Oscar for this because he's actually acting here. He's trying. But this is so unbelievably uncomfortable to watch
Yeah.
this for an hour and a half, to sit here watching this actor portray a special.
But it's all
You know.
the performance is so over the top. It's almost it comes across as comedic, cringe-worthy, more cringe than comedic. But we're laughing at scenes we probably should have been laughing at, because like the scene where he sneaks in he's already in the house. Dunbar falls asleep and he goes up to him. He covers him with a blanket and all that. And all of a sudden he puts his finger behind his ear and smells it.
Oh Jesus!
Damn it! Right? And then we're all like, "Oh, that's disgusting," and then we end up laughing afterwards. Wow.
He did it! Called it!
Oh shit!
This movie is worthwhile now.
But even the soundtrack tries really hard to make things
serious.
creepy.
Yeah.
We're in a creepy scene right now. It did not work at all. Now, good examples of similar type of films that worked. We have The Fan, starring Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes. Now, that movie is not a great movie. It's not like, a lot of people have forgotten that film. Cape Fear is a better example. But the remake of Cape Fear with Robert De Niro. But in The Fan, you were convinced Robert De Niro was insane and had some problems. You were convinced. What's some other ones? What do we have?
Misery.
Misery. There we go. There's another one. I don't know if Fatal Attraction counts, but
that's more of a relationship.
right.
Cycle lady.
Yeah, but more stalker type movies. There's been better examples out there. I think with this premise, and maybe with better script, not I gotta go poo. Right? A better director, better performer. This could have worked.
Well, maybe not so blatantly also framed it to where you're only supposed to be sympathetic with Travolta because he has this, because he is what he is.
Right.
Again, because I don't care what your issues are, you cannot invade somebody's personal space like that, whether the actor was being a dick or not. It doesn't matter.
No.
You go into a man's home, go into someone's home, and you're taking fucking selfies, and you're brushing your teeth with their stuff, and you're sleeping in their bed, and you're hiding in their closet, you're killing their maids.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you okay?
Leaving their bodies on the fucking lawn.
For days.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's a nosebleed. That's bad. I had a nosebleed.
And I'm sorry, that bullshit made absolutely no sense because, again, the framing is that, it's a victory that the actor's gonna get blamed for her murder. First of all, you got no proof that he did it.
Right.
That's all conjecture. There's absolutely no proof that he did it. You've got all these ropes and shit up on the bed. You got blood on the floor from
You
this
got leftover fingers.
You got DNA up
Yeah.
the ass, leftover fingers, exactly like you said, of an intruder.
There you go. There you go, man. Get him.
All right.
And
He's been stabbed in the chest a little bit slightly. There was because he got a little bit of blood on him.
DNA.
Yeah, you've got all this shit proving that there was an intruder in the house. You've got all that social media
Yes.
stuff.
Right.
He's taking photos with the celebrity
Exactly.
and everything.
There is no, it's the actor is the bad guy the whole time, and he's gonna get proven, and he's gonna get blamed for it. No!
Yeah.
First of all, no, that's not a victory because he technically, he was an asshole, but he didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
He did nothing wrong. He was. Okay, he stabbed the guy in the eye.
Oh, in the kind of wanted more. I kind of expect him to keep going.
Yeah,
I was very surprised. He just, after all of that, he just, all right, man, peace out.
Let me get the door for you.
Let me know how my next movie was.
Right.
Come see me Thanksgiving.
Now, what was the part of the movie? So that's why the ending doesn't really work.
No.
But
Sequel!
Watch your mouth.
He's pirate. Oh
my god.
So
So that's his next character on the
Hollywood
Ahoy, ye may
Oh my god. Speaking of worst accents ever, I mean, I thought I did a horrible British accent.
Man.
Yeah, I think he might have me beat.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, the quine. The Beatles are here! The Beatles! Yeah, what was it? Poppycock!
Poppycock. Poppycock.
Poppycock!
Welcome to Hollywood, where dreams are made of. Place where dreams are made of. Where dreams are made.
Yeah, so, the ending just didn't work. I guess if we have to put a gun to our heads and force ourselves to find something else positive in the movie, I guess when the whole scene at the end where he was tied up kind of worked a little bit. Even you said that was the best performance from Travolta. Just that one line.
It's like a split second of seriousness.
Right.
Yeah, because Dunbar woke up tied to the bed, and he turns over, and you see a bloodied John Travolta on the side, and he's like, "You idiot! You tied me up, and then you accidentally tripped, and fell, and killed yourself." And then he gets up, Travolta pops up, and fucks with him. He's like, "I got you."
You been Chainsaw hot. Game over.
Wow!
And we needed more of that. Instead of, watch our movies, I'm a fan of movies, because movies. Yeah, so, I think it worked because of the actor that I keep forgetting his name.
Devin
Samsung.
Yeah, Devin Samsung.
Devin Sony.
Sanka.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it worked because he was there and they played off of each other, so it kind of squeezed by.
What?
There was no tense, there was no suspense.
The drone shots are pretty good.
The what?
The drone shots showing the city. Those are pretty good. Like those.
That's stock footage.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a movie. Yeah, but I mean, I've seen worse films than this. Believe it or not, we've seen worse movies than this.
Yes,
but
rarely.
This is something that should have worked underneath, the guide of somebody more experienced.
And rarely so uncomfortable for so long.
And boo!
Fred Durst.
Boo!
Fuck
Right,
you.
Yeah, here we go.
Boo, man!
You have to talk about this.
Fuck you.
Scene. Mr. Dunbar
Shameless.
gets in his car.
Motherfucker.
And starts driving. He's like, "Hey, son, you want to hear some badass fucking metal?" And fucking Limp Bizkit comes on in the radio.
You like a little Limp Biscuit?
Horrible.
Plug.
Boo! Horrible!
Ah, that is nice. That is nice.
That was really bad.
That was.
Like, not even like for comedy purposes.
No.
That was like, oh. Yeah.
Shameless plug.
He was trying to get the word. That's what it was.
But yeah, I mean, just something. The setup was there. You got the crazy fanatic going after the guy he's obsessed with, and it goes horribly wrong, and we get our thriller. The setup was there. It was just the execution didn't work, man. Like what? Why did we get that pointless flashback of black and white flashback of him as a kid watching Night of the Living Dead that led to nothing?
And led to him saying, "Come we together."
But that was it though. Like, was mom coming in, get ready to fuck some dude?
I guess it was.
We immediately assumed, oh well.
I guess it was.
I guess she's a prostitute. We don't know.
I guess
Right.
it was. It was a very, very,
Yeah.
very.
It could have been his dad. It could have been a legitimate Night out, yeah.
No, the guy does say, like, who is this kid?
Oh, that's right.
Ah, okay.
It was a very
but she
poor. It was just a very
Yeah.
poor
It didn't
attempt.
go anywhere.
It was a poor attempt to show that that's how he always escapes reality. Was the movies, and that's one of the
Man, I'm
reasons.
so. Woof.
Yeah, right?
You are above us.
No.
You are up in the rafters.
No,
We kneel
that's clearly what he was.
I didn't even. I'm just like, and.
No, that's what he was attempting, but did he succeed? No, that
And
was a
then these-
piss poor attempt at doing so. That's why it didn't really go anywhere.
And the stupid animated painting chapter transitions.
No.
Don't try to be artsy fartsy movie with this kind of movie. Stop with this. It's no movie. No.
Bad movie.
No.
Same drawing, just upside down.
For a movie about a movie fan, you
Yeah.
should have referenced more than pretty much just 2 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. He came in with the Jason mask and was fucking with him and whatever.
He mentioned Freddy Krueger once.
I wish Freddy Krueger would come and chop off your head.
We needed more of that.
Yeah, when he lost his shit, I clammed
When
up
he
a bit.
choking the dude.
But we needed that the rest of the film when he snapped that he needed to just do that for the rest of the film.
Yes.
Because
We
that
needed
was
more of that.
Yeah.
And it would roll in the street, and the truck would squish it, and the blood would splatter everywhere, and everyone would watch it.
You know, it's sad, but I mean, it's like, we all know. You give John Travolta the right role, give him the right director. He can do a great performance, as we've seen in the past. Same thing with Nicolas Cage. Give him the right role, give him a great director, boom. Now you came up with one of the greatest things ever. What was it? What was it?
I wanted John Travolta doing what he's doing, but instead of Devon Sawa, I wanted him to be going after Nicolas Cage, the actor. Yeah.
Brilliant.
And so they could take turns like mugging for each other.
Oh,
Going
that's
after-
brilliant right there.
You won't see crazy. You won't see crazy.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage out crazies Travolta by the end of the movie. And Travolta's running away like, it's dude, brilliant. There's your movie right there.
Ready for the big time, baby!
Yes. Absolutely.
Face Off. There you go.
Yes.
Which I heard is getting a remake.
No.
That's what I'm hearing.
Let me borrow that.
Except this time it'll be 2 women.
Ooh, triggered!
That's it.
Triggered!
Dislike the video.
Vagina off. That's it.
So anything else to
Angelina
say?
Jolie and Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, well.
Taking it
Another
back.
We should see that.
good idea. But the movie looked fine.
You're alone on this one. You're alone.
I'm trying here. Devin Sony is the one.
Yeah, he was.
yes.
He
He's
was.
the best.
He was
player.
probably. I would have to say he came out of this the least
Scathing.
harmed.
He had a broader range of emotion.
Yeah.
The one thing I would have liked to have seen is him in a movie doing something cool. Like you just show him like sort of kissing the one chick.
Yeah.
But like where's his action stuff?
Right.
You need a
Yeah.
little bit of something. showing
More
him
fake trailers
Yeah.
of his movies would have been fun.
that Travolta then references and redoes.
Right.
in
It
his
wasn't
own way.
in the budget. They used the budget on that
Exactly.
example. That's what it was.
I think the best performance was the gardener. He was.
Or Jorge.
His mustache.
Don't
was
forget
thick.
the magical security guard.
Everything okay in here, gentlemen?
Yeah. We're just talking about the Dodgers, Dick.
Why can't you leave this guy alone, huh?
The magical security.
Yeah,
guard.
Pop, he worked
Yeah,
every
That
shift.
was Pops.
He was there on Graveyard,
Pops security
AM,
guard.
right?
You can't let them push you
I
around.
saw him in the background at Subway, like he worked.
And where was the scene? I mean, I know he choked out the guy, but I kind of wanted more.
Yeah.
Like he really goes off on that.
Yeah.
Russian guy.
And the other, the Paxton kid,
Yeah.
like they should have got it somehow, but.
Otherwise, what was the point? What was the point of all that bullying? Just
Yeah,
to
we
show
just-
he's pushing him.
Oh, he's bullied.
They're-
I think it was another attempt, like you said, to let's feel sorry for
Yeah.
the character, but not when he's fucking smelling your earwax.
Right.
Next, it would have been the prostate.
Oh, damn it.
You gotta poop too.
I know what you had for lunch.
Damn it!
If you didn't go there, I was gonna go there.
See what happens when you're around a bunch of dudes and a whole sausage fest?
Yes.
But, I mean, really, Devin Singleton.
They should have named it the Star, right?
Devin Star Wars.
Shout out to Brendan, Mr. Wet Movie 1. Make sure you guys check out his most recent Son of Monsterpalooza video. He actually runs into Devin.
Oh, does
talks
he?
to them. They
Oh,
actually
that's
talk about
hilarious.
the
He
movie.
did run into it.
And Devin said that it's a love it or hate it film. He was very honest, which is cool.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that was
funny.
cool. So, props to you, Devin. If you watch this, I'm sorry we didn't like the movie that much, but you know you were great in it.
Yeah.
Not your fault.
No.
Yeah, not your fault.
No.
But yeah. Anything else before we wrap it up? But something we're gonna give our rating of the movie. Or is that it? Are we missing anything else to talk about the film?
At least they didn't go digital with some of the effects at the end too.
Fingers getting blown off.
That was pretty good. I like
That's
that.
true.
Stabbed in the eye.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Don't know why he's shooting around his head. I guess he's just fucking with him.
Yeah.
Well, it was-
so-
He didn't
Oh,
really
make
want
it
to kill
kill
him.
It was to hurt his
Right,
ears. Yeah.
Yeah, but he stabbed him afterwards.
Right.
Does this annoy you? Does this annoy you? Die! What have I done? What have I become?
Go ahead and walk home.
Walking
Go
away.
Do you want me to call you a cat?
That was funny. I give the movie that. When he's walking all bloody and shit.
Picture, yeah.
And then they took a picture with him and he actually like smiled. See? More of that.
Yes.
We could have had something.
Right.
Another lame attempt at commentary on society, though.
Get it?
It's like-
Get it?
Yeah, oh, she is on a roll.
Yeah, that's why she's up there.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I guess that's it. That is The Fanatic, directed by Fred Durst. Does Fred Durst have a future as a filmmaker?
If he keeps up that shit with putting his music in his movies, fuck no. No.
And calling it out.
I mean, I know he's done 2 other movies before this, and he directed all the Limp Bizkit videos. Who gives a shit?
I think he does a lot of commercials too.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I guess.
What other movies has he done?
He did a movie with Ice Cube, a family movie, and then there's another movie he did with Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. Bullshit Lex Luthor.
Rosenbaum?
What?
Eisenberg?
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. He did a movie with
Oh, other than
Small indies.
Okay.
I'm not sure which
He's working his way up.
Ice Cube movie.
He's on Netflix now.
He's working his way up.
What can you say? Keep it going, Fred.
Amazon Prime, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could not find this movie on any other platform. I tried to rent it off a PlayStation Store.
Yeah,
It wasn't
so
there.
You
straight to
should have gone to
digital.
a Redbox because it's made by Red.
Yeah, I think it's They probably don't have it.
Well, they may have a lot
They
in
would have
stock.
97
It's
copies.
fully stocked.
It would not be checked out by anyone.
It's gonna check out by
You gotta
one
put it
person.
back in. Are you sure you want to?
You know what? Just take it. It's free.
Right,
It's
we'll
on
pay
us.
you. Here's a couple of bucks.
Tell all the people about it.
Now Travolta's gonna have to hand out copies. Watch my movie.
Yeah.
Watch my movie.
Yeah. So to wrap it up, the perfect example of why this movie failed. Watch Tropic Thunder and listen to the monologue by Robert Downey Jr. Talking about going full, and we're not going to say that
Something,
because people are
we can't say it.
offended.
Tropic
by
Thunder said
whatever.
it for us, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So
don't go
Travolta
full.
went full,
And you-
and that's why it didn't work.
Oh man. Simple Jack.
So, all right, rating time. Remember, on our channel, the rating of 3 is average. 3 out of 5.
We do ninja stars, fingers.
Doesn't matter. Let's do fingers.
Fingers.
Let's do fingers. All right, up first, Fat Ninja.
1.
1. out of 5. Sexy Sumo?
1.
Nice.
Action Jackson?
I will give it a 1.5.
Oh.
I did enjoy the
Generous.
end.
Yeah.
Once the guys started actually kind of breaking into the house and intruding the space, then it got a little interesting. But everything leading up to that was poop.
1.5 poop.
Dude, was it dude? There we go, dude. Call back. Watch the movie.
1.5
Doodle
poops. Out of poops.
Doodle Brown.
It failed in its intent. Sorry. Sorry.
5 star. No, I'm kidding. Get him! No, I'm kidding. Oh, damn it. You know, if it was done right, it could have been a great bad movie, and could have given it 5 stars for that purpose. But it failed, even in that aspect.
It was just too uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's too uncomfortable to watch again.
Right.
Like
1.5. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 1.5
for Devin Samsung.
Pretty much.
Right.
That was the
Devin
point.
Sega.
That was the point.
Samson.
Devin Slither. All right. Yep, that's it. 1.5 out of 5 on the channel for me. And I would like to thank all you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments below what you guys thought of the Fanatic.
Everyone rock.
Triggered! That's it. We're rocking out to Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizquick. We're rocking out. Let us know in the comments below what you guys thought of the Fanatic. I'd like to thank all you badasses for fucking watching. See you guys next time. Peace.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
I'm gonna get Freddy Krueger to cut your head off.
Yeah.
Watch it. I'm gonna roll it, and then the truck's gonna come by and run it over. It's gonna squish your head. Yes.
Yes.
That was really it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. That was better.
I'm a better actor.